Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching live action, your Cousin Brucie's Rock and Roll Dance Party, and plenty of Lesley Gore. Come on over here, young lady. I need some help on something. Say, Lesley, what are you making your way? Let Lesley get through here. Anywhere else? Come on, Lesley Gore's coming. We're live here at Channel 21 tonight, and I've asked all my friends to come on over. Say, hiya, sweetheart. How you doing? Oh, does that feel good? Lesley, what I wanted to talk to you about, I sort of intimated before we had like a little secret, a little something funny happened at Palisades Park. Let's go back a few years. This young, nervous young lady came on with a record that Quincy Jones asked me to play. It's My Party. Tell everybody what happened to you on the stage that day with your...
I'm very surprised you don't have the videotape on this, Bruce. This was probably my first most embarrassing moment in show business. I came out after Bruce's beautiful introduction, and I was wearing a pair of heels and a lovely suit my mother had chosen for me. And I came out, and immediately my left heel got stuck in a hole in the wooden stage. And I kind of just stayed in that hole most of the show, as I recall. Kind of swiveled around and grabbed my shoe when it was time to go and left.
And after that, you appreciated your freedom. Is that right? Would you do me a favor? I'll tell you what I'd like you to do. We're going to bring back some memories now, my dear friend, my sweet little friend. We're gonna show some memories with fashion. So we're gonna sort of turn our backs a little bit here, and we got a fashion show. And these people over here from Harbour Lights Antiques of Northport, New York, put together a great fashion show. And I want your remembrances on this too. We're gonna show some Bobby Soxers. Let's go some Bobby Soxers first. And we'll bring back a lot of memories because I guess I dressed a lot like this. There we go. Remember this?
No, you didn't wear this, Bruce. No, I know you
I wore the neckerchief, I think.
Oh, okay.
And look at this. Now here, this I wore. Look at the lapels on this. Is this unbelievable?
This is fabulous. This is coming right back also. This will be in next week.
And look at the shirt. I like the color coordination. And that skirt, we call it sort of a poodle skirt without the poodle on this. Right? And look at the way the waist is nipped in. Isn't that nice?
Cinch belt, yes.
Isn't it?
The black patent cinch belt.
All right. Next we have Liz and Bob. That's Cynthia and John. Liz and Bob. And this is it, the varsity look and the poodle skirt. Now, this is the poodle skirt. Did you ever have a poodle skirt?
I did have a poodle skirt, a pink poodle skirt, very similar to that one. Excuse me, is that one yours?
Is she wearing crinolines, by the way?
No. Crinolines really stand out a whole lot. Oh, you wearing a crinoline? Oh, yours just calmed down a little. That's
I
good.
hated crinolines.
Yeah.
I hated, well, you know why. I mean, in the back seat of a car, crinolines got in the way of everything. You know that.
You needed real technique to use a crinoline.
And so did the girls. Let's not get too vivid and graphic about this. Thank you, Liz and Bob. And Michelle, you can applaud for. Look, you all wore these things. Michelle and Steen, and this is a pink dress and a tuxedo. Look at this tuxedo. Oh, that looks like Palisades Park.
It does look like that. As a matter of fact, that's the dress my mother wore me in at
Look at that shirt. Look at where the studs would go in that shirt.
Sputnik shirt. It's wonderful with the little tie.
Oh, this looks like high tech. Well, it doesn't look like it's out of style today, doesn't it? Thank you, Michelle and Steen.
These could go anywhere tonight to the Rainbow Room.
They are ready. Look at that dress with look at all the sequins and everything on the dress. Meredith and Paul. And now here we go. This is you and me, baby. Hey, look at him chewing the gum. This is tough.
Rock and roll. This is what it's about.
All right, and that's Paul. Meredith, come on out. Come on. Look at that's tough. Notice you had to have an attitude. Remember the attitude?
Yeah, this is great attitude. These folks have really got it, I think.
They got that like a dare you to knock the cigarettes out of my shirt, you know?
They could be like in Cleveland or Pittsburgh.
Oh, I doubt that. Let's not insult them that much. Deborah and Lisa is coming up right now. Thank you, Meredith and Paul. Deborah and Lisa, and here we go. It's party time, Lesley Gore.
Oh, wow. Look at these beautiful dresses. Did you save these clothes, or do they belong to people?
No, you know what? They come from Harbour Lights Antiques of Northport, and they're all available. And now this is, you remember the red dress? Isn't that called taffeta?
Taffeta, right. Yes.
I hope I'm not going to say anything wrong on television. I used to love to touch taffeta.
Well, it's got a lovely...
I was loved touching taffeta.
Well, I'm sure we can get you the dress. It's not...
Now, let me ask you something. Crinolines and all these things. What happens when you look at these fashions? What kind of images you get? What was your favorite dress when you were a kid?
Well, when I was a teenager, I had... I remember I wore a lot of knee socks, and I went to a very preppy school. I went to knee socks and little skirts and crew neck sweaters. Seemed to be what I wore a lot of. I had a poodle skirt, and I had an outfit very similar to our first, the red and the white. But I don't remember ever having party dresses like that. Those were a little more sophisticated than I would get.
Well, I remember we had a club in Brooklyn, New York called the Elite Club. It was a co-ed club, and I remember all the young ladies used to wear taffeta. I became very, very very fond of taffeta. I used to just like to dance. There's something about touching taffeta. I don't want to get in trouble. I have a psychiatrist call me. I know there's going to be a problem here. Does anybody else like taffeta in the room, or was it just me? Did you like taffeta, or are you too young? You like taffeta? Jack didn't like taffeta. I always loved taffeta. Well, we're going to be having a lot of memories on this show this evening. Lesley, you're going to come back. We're going to hear a lot of your hits, and then you're going to do something special for your Cousin Brucie. That's very, very important.
This evening, all night, we're going to do special
That's
things.
what this is all about. And we have a lot of trivia. And a lot of my friends are in the room. All right? All right. At Palisades Park. Well, we were talking a few moments about Palisades Park. You think, while we're discussing this a little bit, we got a few moments here. Palisades Amusement Park. That's like probably one of the highlights of my life, and of course the Beatles. And we're celebrating, listen to this, the 30th anniversary of the Beatles' arrival next week on the 7th. Your best memories so far. Let's talk about your best memories, Lesley Gore. The happiness is the things that make you warm in the tummy.
Actually, I remember meeting the Beatles for the very first time when I toured over in England in the fall of 1963. And I met them in a little club in a disco for the very first time, just before they had come over to the United States. And I met Paul and Ringo and John and George, and it was a tremendous thrill. And then I worked with them maybe a year later and the Beach Boys on a big show that we did together.
Wait a minute. Lesley Gore, the Beatles, and the Beach Boys? What would you give to, what kind of ticket would you pay for this one? What kind of price would you pay? That's $150, $250 before the scalpers get it.
I think the tickets were about $1.50 at the time.
Right, that's very true. You know, we have posters that say Elvis Presley and $2.50, and yet people still complain, $1.50 to see Elvis Presley and Lesley Gore and the Beatles and the Beach Boys. Are you crazy? That's too much money.
Outrageous, isn't it? Outrageous.
My sweet, I know you're going to get yourself ready for the next set, and Lesley Gore is going to be back. And listen, I got to tell you something. Thank you. That's your, isn't this wonderful? All right. Are you ready to rock and roll with the Cuz? On your Cousin Brucie's rock and roll party. Lesley and I both love this business very much. We love our music very much. And it's a pleasure to appear with people that have had fun for so many years, and still it's like the very first time they're on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the funnest bunch of guys. I have some Cadillacs here.